How to get a smoky eye for beginners. This is great for my hooded eye girlies. I recommend starting off with your eyebrows because you can see the difference. That's optional. Start by prepping your eyelids with some concealer or eyeshadow primer. This is the Dominique Cosmetics. I like using something that gives a little bit of coverage because I have some veins on my eyes. Make sure to go all the way up to your eyebrow, especially if you're doing a smoky eye. Then you want to set the concealer you just placed on. This is the Kosas Cloud Powder, which I've really been liking lately. And I have dry skin and it doesn't enhance my dryness. Going in with the Dominique Cosmetics Essentials palette. I like this palette because you can do smoky or neutral eyeshadow looks. Just going in with the light brown color on a small pencil brush. If you have hooded eyes, make sure to do this step with your eyes open. See how I'm placing it above my mobile lid? This way I know where to place the rest of the eyeshadow. You're kind of carving out the area. This is really helpful when you're doing a smoky eye. Now I'm just continuing creating the shape. And for this smoky eye, I definitely want a lifted effect. So I'm kind of creating a V. You're almost mapping out where you want to put your eyeshadow for your smoky eye. If you have hooded eyes, you know you're doing it right if you have a space. Then using a fluffy brush and going in with this lighter brown color. And I'm buffing out the darker brown that we put on. And you can go a little bit above and below. This is just to make it very smooth so there's no harsh edges. This also adds depth to your hooded eyes. It will look a little something like this when you're done. Now going into the scary black color. Just kidding. So for this, you're doing the same thing that you did with the brown eyeshadow, but you're keeping it a little bit closer to your crease. Again, do this with your eyes open and then you can close your eyes, but I'm keeping this as what most people call it, the outer V, because that's where you want your depth. I'm not bringing it as high as the brown color. Don't be afraid to be a little bit messy with this because we are going to buff it out. Would you ever wear a smoky eye out? Let me know in the comments. It will look something like this when you're done. To buff out the black, we're using a fluffy brush. I'm using the same fluffy brush I used for the brown color, and I'm not adding any additional eyeshadow onto that. Pro tip, when buffing out dark colors, hold the brush at the end. This naturally causes you to have a lighter touch. Now I'm going back in with the small brush just to build up the black color. If you're a beginner, slowly build up the dark colors. It's easier to add than take away. And then buffing out the black again. Just do this until you have the intensity that you like. Now to add a little glam, going in with this purple shimmer color. Pro tip, if you want to enhance your shimmers, spray it with setting spray. Look how intense that looks already. I'm keeping this towards the middle of my eyelid because I'm going to go back in with the lighter shimmer color and placing that on the inner corner. This helps keep your eye open when doing a smoky eye. I'm using an angled flat brush and some black eyeshadow just to line my lash line. I find this to be softer than liquid liner. If you have hooded eyes and struggle with liquid liner or doing winged liner, I have a really great tutorial to help with that. I'll link it below. If you're doing a smoky eye, you definitely want to clean up afterwards because even if it looks like you didn't have any fallout, you definitely did. I like using a Q-tip, and then if you want to create like a sharp kind of wing look, just use, if you have a pointed one, then that's great, but you can use just a regular one. And look how sharp that line is. If you're doing a smoky eye, I definitely recommend tight lining your upper waterline. It just gives a very cohesive look. Now I'm going in with the Maybelline liquid liner. This is an optional step. You definitely don't need to do this, but since we were doing a full smoky eye, I figured I would do a wing as well. Another pro tip to get that really sharp wing is use a pointed Q-tip and clean it up. What do you struggle most with in your makeup routine? Comment below. Curling my lashes. Adding mascara. This is the Maybelline Sky High. Finish the lower lash line. I'm going back in with the light brown color on the pencil brush and just buffing that along my lower lash line. If you're doing a smoky eye, you have to do your lower lash line. It will look really funny if you don't. If you're scared about doing eyeshadow on your lower lash line, just slowly build it up. Adding in a little bit of black on the outer edge. This will actually make your eyes appear larger. I have another video on how to make your eyes look larger, so I'll link that above and below too. Then line your lower waterline. This is optional, but if you're going for a real smoky eye, definitely do it. Finish off the lower lash line with some mascara. Do you find these tutorials helpful? If you do, make sure to subscribe. You can keep the eyeshadow look like this. I'm going to add some lashes and I'll be right back. So I finished the rest of my face and now just adding in some lipstick. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Iconic Nude. All the products are linked below. This is the YSL lipstick in number 44. Do you prefer red or nude lipsticks? I wanted a little bit of gloss, so I added the iconic London lip gloss in Love Struck. And this is the completed look. Would you wear this smoky eye out? This is super easy and very beginner friendly, and it's perfect if you have hooded eyes. What was your favorite tip? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Check out these other videos to learn some more makeup tips.